more thing about astrology before we go to bed tonight. I know some of y'all people are early birds and y'all might go to bed early. But anyway, one more thing about astrology before we go to bed. And I want to talk about oppositions. Now, in astrology, oppositions could mean literally opposites. And it also could mean that it's just one here and one there. Like one on this side, one on that side. But we tend to use the word opposition in a way where it's like negative, and that's not really what it is. But if you understand the opposition part, if you understand that, you are like so golden and you are like so good to go. So I said, well, one more thing before we go to sleep. Hey, everybody who's joining my live. I said one more thing before we go to bed, before we go to sleep, or before you guys go, because I am a morning person. I mean, I'm not a morning person, I'm a night person. Okay, so I want you to look at, of course, the zodiac sign oppositions. Okay, understand that each opposite sign is not opposite like you think. Like, is not so totally different opposite. Like a black and a white is not like that. Okay, it's an opposition that's on the same thing. So it's actually the same, but they just go about things a little differently. Okay, I'm trying to get on here and show y'all the transits, but I don't know. My computer is not acting right. And sorry if I'm blurry. I'm not gonna be on here that long. I'm gonna try to stay on for 10 minutes. But I wanted to give y'all the current transits. Um, so yeah, Sun still in Scorpio, still Scorpio season at 12 degrees and 56 minutes. Why do I do that? Why do I always say the degrees along with the time? Is because it's, astrology about time and space, and you have to say, or you have to know how long something is going to be in. Also, the moon is in Scorpio at 16 degrees. So the sun is basically joining the moon, is conjuncting or conjunct the moon. Mercury is in 28 degrees. So if Mercury is in 28 degrees and it's only 30 degrees, that means it's about to go. I'm sorry, Mercury and Libra is 28 degrees. So that means that Mercury about to go into Scorpio too. So, of course, we're going to have a lot of signs of Scorpio because of Scorpio season. Um, Venus is in Sag, 29 degrees. About to go. Venus about to be in Capricorn. Mars is in Scorpio, 3 degrees. And Jupiter is in Aquarius, 22 degrees. Saturn is in Aquarius at 7 degrees. Uranus is in Taurus at 12 degrees. Retro. Neptune still retro at 20 degrees Pisces, and Capricorn 24 degrees. Pluto 24 degrees in Capricorn. Like, when is Pluto ever gonna get out of damn Capricorn? Well, 2024. That's why I was like, it's just a little prediction. Like the elections, like by 2024, things gonna be so different. Like, anyway, that's when all these big planets is gonna move and change and do stuff. Um, Not like that great conjunction. It's just gonna change. Hey, Shonda and everybody who came on. Okay, so oppositions. So find the easiest way to understand the zodiac, astrology, energies, vibrations, chemistry, whatever you want to say. The easiest way to understand the opposite is to start with your sign and do the opposite sign. So, because you do the same exact thing, even though y'all might be like, oh, I can't stand whatever the opposite sign is. So mine is Scorpio, right? And Taurus is my opposing sign. It's directly opposite for me. It's like 180 degrees opposite. So each sign is 180 degrees. So we can start with Aries. So start with Aries. I started with Scorpio, but we can start with Aries to start. So Aries and Libra is opposite. And then Taurus, Scorpio, opposite. Gemini, Sag, opposite. Cancer, Capricorn, opposite. And Leo, Aquarius, opposite. And Virgo and Pisces, opposite. Virgo and Pisces, they are so funny because a Virgo don't ever want to be like linked up with a Pisces, and a Pisces don't ever want to be linked up with a Virgo. It's like so funny. I just laugh. I'm like, yo, y'all the same thing. Y'all just do things a little different, but you the same exact thing. Scorpios, but the best way, like with the Scorpio and Taurus, like the best way to look at your sign is to see what you're lacking, and they'll show you. So a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like seeing what they're lacking. So if you have a mirror and you're not really ready to see yourself or make any kind of changes, and you have a mirror of everything that's wrong with you, and then them also everything that's wrong with them is also the same thing. So it's like looking at a mirror of everything that's wrong with you. But you could look at it as an opportunity if you're ready to self-develop. Some people not into self-development every single damn day, like I am. Some people not into that. Some people like, I'll deal with stuff as I deal with stuff. What time is it? I'm looking at my time. And but if you are into changing constantly, start with your opposing sign. And then that's how you should study the energies of all the opposing signs, because then when you apply the zodiac to astrology, you can understand the energies of that. So, like if the sun is in Scorpio, you can understand what that means. The sun being in Scorpio right now is transiting through Scorpio. So, what kind of energy is that? What kind of energy is the moon right now since it's in Scorpio? Like that's how it's the best way to do it that way. But in your birth chart, also, you're going to have opposites. Like the top of your chart, if you split it by two, is 180, either on top and bottom or left and right. And then you can see exactly the opposites too. So when you're under, it's like, so whenever you're doing a transit and trying to interpret it, and like you could look at what's in your fourth and your 10th, because the fourth and the 10th is opposite, which is Cancer and Capricorn, right? So whatever happening with your family is going to be opposite at work. So if you're going through some kind of transit in your fourth house and home and your family or some kind of situation like that, you also got to look at your 10th house at work and vice versa. All of these are vice versa as well. So I just want you guys to understand about the opposites and start studying the opposites so you can learn how to interpret better. And I think I explained it enough, and I said I was going to be on for like 10 minutes. So I'm going to take the last couple of minutes to say hi to y'all and see if you have any questions, or if y'all want to talk about some things really quickly, or are you stuck at something? I can answer it. I know my hair looks wild, but oh well. Hey, Hadley. Right now, it's happening with the alignments. Just don't focus on the contrast in an angry manner or even think about it. Manifest are here right now. Hadley is such a Sagittarius, y'all. I love that my old subscribers come back on when I come on so sparsely. Um, but what if that's your sun and your moon full? Oh, y'all must be talking about something else. Think about Christmas time. Be in that spirit. Hey, Laval. You said, hey, Shonda. Hey, Shona. I get along better with my opposition sign than my squares. What does that mean? I don't understand what that means. Guys, when I say I don't understand what that means, my old subscribers who've been subscribed to me for a really long time know what that means. But I'm just going to tell you what that means. Like when y'all say stuff like that, that's just my politest, nicest way of saying, what are they talking about? How do they get this with that and this and mixing and that and gumbo? And, that's just me not doing that, but just saying, I don't understand what you mean. Yeah, so that's just my nice way of saying that. And my house is next to door to Miss Shonda's and my Neptune Scorpio. Hey, Veronique, happy new moon. Happy new moon. Is that a holiday or something? I agree. Shona, okay. All these Scorpio placements going on right now. It's gonna be every time it's the season of the sign. It's not only just the sun sign. You guys gotta understand. So although it is Scorpio season, it's not gonna just be the sun that's in Scorpio. It's gonna be other planets in Scorpio. Not all the planets in one sign, but it's gonna be a lot. Like Janet, for example, is she still on here? She has a lot of Aquarius. That just means that when she was born, there was a lot of Aquarius in going on, like a lot of planets in Aquarius. So that's so natural, so normal. So and then it's always going to be like something before and after it. So it's something going to be in Libra, and then there's something going to be in Sag, and a lot of them going to be in Scorpio. So next season, when it's Sagittarius season, you're going to see like a couple of Scorpio stuff lingering, and then you're going to see Capricorn stuff. That's just because the constellations and the movement. It's just a transit. That's what's always going on in our birth chart, whatever was going on during our birth chart, snapshot. But the actual planets in the sky is always moving. Okay. I mean, I get along better with Sagittarius rather than Pisces or Virgo. Yes, I'm here. Hello. Hi. Okay. So I just wanted to come on here, and it's after 10 o'clock. I mean, 10 o'clock. It is after 10 o'clock my time, but it's after 10 minutes. And I said I only want to stay on for 10 minutes. I didn't want to really stay on too long, but I wanted to say one more thing before we go to bed. And I just want y'all to think about your oppositions as opportunities, and see, where can you look at your oppositions? Can you look at your oppositions on your birth chart? Yes, you can. Can you look at them, and can you actually interpret? What could you get out of your opposing signs? Stop saying you can't stand them, because then that's just showing weakness in you. Like, stop saying it. Don't say you don't like it, because what you're doing is saying you don't like something in yourself, and you could change it. You could change and transform anytime you want, anytime you choose it. But most people don't, because they think things are too hard. And so what if things are hard? Like, no one said life is supposed to be easy. So, like, get strong, get strong. If something hard, get strong. Or don't do it at all. Like, don't do any half stepping. That's like an old school East Coast thing. Like, it was a song called Ain't No Half Stepping. Don't do no half stepping, especially if you're learning astrology. What's the point of learning astrology and knowing yourself better using this kind of energy if you're not going to do anything with the energy? Like, you just want to know just to be in the know, or just to be not left out of a movement. That's what I'm saying. Utilize astrology that way. Utilize it. It's the opposite signs. It's a clear, easy, as quick as, I don't care what level of astrology you're at. It's the easiest way to understand what you're lacking and what you need to pick up just with your sun sign. You could do that with your moon sign as well. Like, I have a Capricorn moon. So what would be my opposite moon? Cancer, right? So that means that, say, y'all always talk about the moon and stuff like that. Say there's some kind of moon in Cancer, like a full moon in Cancer or something like that. I'm going to feel it. I'm not going to want to do what Cancers do. I want to do the opposite of them. But it is opportunity. It's a chance for me to say, okay, I'm Capricorn moon. Now I can look at a Cancer moon. So what's a Cancer moon? What get on my nerves about Cancer moons, right? Like, maybe they're being too mushy. Maybe they're being too emotional. Maybe it's about damn time that I just take some of their emotion and be that way too. Not be as emotional as a Cancer moon, but take some of that. You know what I mean? And then you could do that with each planet. Like, what is your Mercury in? My Mercury is in Libra. So should I be this wanting to hear everybody get a shot, everybody get a chance type of thing? Or should I be more like Aries? Should I use the Aries energy? So it's according to what you're feeling, especially the moon. So I know you guys use moon astrology. I don't, because it moves so fast. And a lot of times, if a moon is given an aspect that's quote unquote negative, what can happen is that once the transit is gone and the moon is in another sign and not even thinking about you, the feelings will linger on. So you won't even get to experience the actual thing that the moon is in currently. It's best to follow the transits instead of following ourselves. So yeah, look at it and see, what do I have? Okay, Venus. I got a Venus in Sagittarius. Maybe I should, like, instead of being like all off to myself, and I don't have to have love and this and that, and I could just go ahead and do my thing and have freedom. Maybe I should look at Venus in Gemini. Okay, you know what? Well, what do Venus and Geminis do? Like, maybe I should be more neighborly and be more, friendly towards my neighbors, because the Sagittarius is like really far, right? So, and that's being too antisocial. Whereas I could just do a Venus and Gemini. would that be helpful if it's something going on as aspect, and especially if it's an opposite, if it's a Venus opposite Venus, which is a Venus opposite Venus is not like a really bad transit. It's just like you're not going to want to do anything but chill. You're not going to want to work. You're going to want to buy things. You're going to want to socialize. So it's according, like sometimes it could be a good thing if you are on vacation, or you're chilling and you're not working and you're not going all hard and you're not, but if not, then it's going to be not a good transit for you. You're not going to want to be at work. You're going to be stressed. You're not going to want to go to work. So you got to look at it that way. You said it's a new moon tomorrow, right before 11:09 Central. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what 11:09 means. So I stop reading it at that point. But anyway, so, and then, all right, that's Venus, Mars. I have a Mars in Virgo. So maybe I'm too like hyper focused on certain things, or maybe I just go too hard on certain things. So maybe if I need to, I gotta look at Mars and Pisces and to know that everything is going to be okay. Just stop being so looking at everything got to be so right, so perfect. Just do it. Just jump off the cliff and do it, and have faith that I will have some kind of safety net of cushion of spiritual angels catching me. I'm sorry. It's like hard. It's hard to even think that way because I got a Mars in Virgo. And then also, what do you have? The next sign, what is your Jupiter in? So I have a Jupiter in Virgo. So maybe I should have a Jupiter in Pisces. I mean, I look at my opposite is a Pisces. So maybe I look at that, and that'll give me some keys if I'm going too far. And then you have what's after Jupiter, Saturn. What is your Saturn in, right? What do you say? Interpolate. Okay, Hadley. Hadley, see when the Sagittarius get like when the Sagittarius is and the Pisces get like how Hadley is getting, because Sagittarius and Pisces come from the same place. They come from Jupiter. So when they go like so far, I know they're going there. I just like I look and I'm like, I see you later. You're gonna come back, and then I'll be right here, fixed, staying here with y'all mutable asses. All right. Anyway, so then what is it? Saturn. So my Saturn is in Aries. So maybe if it's aspected and it's causing me some issue, maybe I'll need to look at the Saturn and Libra. And then the next one is Uranus. So what is your Uranus sign in? Right? My Uranus is in Libra, so maybe I should look at if I'm struggling, then I'm gonna look at Uranus and Aries. And then Uranus, and then it's Neptune, right? So what is my Neptune in? It's in Scorpio. Well, it's according to how it's aspecting, what energy is giving me. So then I need to look at the opposite sign of Scorpio, which is Taurus, and and it'll give me some hints to do it. And then I might get mad, but oh well, that's how it's going to help me. There's no other way it's gonna help me. And then the last one, Pluto. I have a Pluto and Virgo. And then I need to look at the Pluto and Pisces. That's gonna help you get out of that real quick. Hey, Ken R. Also, hey, the Rebel. Also, so some of the things that you're gonna feel and you're not gonna like, I'm gonna tell you right now, is gonna be some things that's opposite that although it's good for you, you're not gonna like. So you're gonna look at your sun, your moon, and your Mars. Your sun, your moon, and the Mars. Every year, everybody gonna go through a sun opposite your sun. When the sun opposite your sun, look into the house where your sun is placed so that you would know exactly where it's going to hit you and how it's going to hit you. You are not going to win in this situation. Your will is going to be so strong and their will is going to be so strong, but the sun is opposing you. The sun is opposing your natal. So they're going to have more authority than you do. So you're going to be trying to hold on to your strength and your will and what you could do instead of humbling yourself to the situation. And anyway, half of the year, which is 180, which is the opposite, half of the year when the sun opposes your sun, that is the time. And look at the months that it happened. Mine always happened in Taurus season, which is like, April energy, April to May. So during that time, and my sun is in the 10th house. So I know it's going to be something at work, something in career. So from now that right now the Taurus is kind of have a shadow period of the sun. It's the shadow because The Scorpio that's highlighted. I just like saying that. I need to like really start. I was being so busy. I wasn't into my Scorpio-ness. But anyway, so now the Tauruses is your time now this year to look at from your birthday when Taurus season was in all the way up into Scorpio season. It's like a halfway midpoint between your 360, between your solar return, right? And yeah, I gotta laugh, right? I be throwing out shots and seeing who could take it. And then when people get off my video, I'm like, yep, can't take it. You ain't really down for me. You really don't have my back. Thank y'all for the people who do have my back, who stay and don't get on any stinking feels and get all sensitive. I can't deal with this sensitive stuff. Anyway, getting back. So it's the time that you really evaluate and look and humble yourself, not be a punk, not be soft, not be weak, but humble yourself to the actual authority so that you can learn from it and grow. And a lot of times that's the time that you're looking at your life. You're looking at your goals and you're saying, okay, I want to deal with this, I want to deal with that. How can I deal with it? Utilize that energy of your opposite sign so that you can deal with it. 9 is the number of Jupiter. Oh, y'all talking. Okay, I'm sorry. So that's how you will look at the opposite. So that's the one that you're gonna feel the strongest. And then your moon, you're gonna feel the moon. So whoever has a Taurus moon right now, because the moon is in Scorp and the sun is in Scorp. So if you have a Taurus moon right now, the moon is opposing your moon. So what is the moon? What is the transit of the moon? Something at home. You're not going to want to be in the house. That's a possibility. You're not going to get along with your mom. That's also a possibility. You're not going to feel like being a mom or being all domesticated and the kid's going to get on your nerve. That's the thing. Or you could be on some deep stuff, thinking about your childhood, thinking about your past and your childhood, and something this could like creep up, you know, when you have your moon opposed to moon. So it's all those kind of energies with the moon. So you're gonna feel that the most. So the people who's feeling that, the moon in Scorpio is gonna be feeling that. And Mars is want to go, go, go. Mars is your aggression. I always say Mars is like a verb. It's a verb. It wants to go. It's action, right? Or I'll say Mars is like carbs. It's like I'm not eating the greens and the lettuce. I need like some carbs, right? So I need energy, and it gives you energy. So if Mars is opposing your Mars, it's like stopping you from doing what you need to do, but in an aggressive way. So you gotta think about that as well. And my bad, I thought you was talking about. Oh, open 3 weeks. Mars is finally in Scorpio. It went in Scorpio in the beginning of my video. I went into my transits. I did the transits and I was talking about that. Oh yeah. Yeah, 3 degrees, 44 minutes. So if you have a Mars in Taurus right now, it's not really gonna that's where you're gonna feel it. But understand that it's the transit and is activating something in you that was dormant. And it happens this time of year. If you got a moon in Taurus, a sun in Taurus, or Mars in Taurus. Every October, November, like while Scorpio season is in play, this is when it happens every year. All right. So utilize this energy. Now the moon is really fast. The moon gonna go into Sag and it's gonna be done until next month because the moon goes around the zodiac in 30 days, right? Or approximately 30 days. So that's gonna be pretty fast. So, but the Mars is gonna stay a little bit longer, and the sun, it's the sun, I'll say is an orb of 5. So if I say an orb of 5, I'll say 2 or 3 days before it hit your degree, and 2 or 3 days after it hit your degree. So you'll feel that more like it's not going to only hit on that day. It might hit, you might be feeling something a little bit like resistance and, you know, argumentative and just pushback. And no matter what you do, you can't get past that. So it's not the time for you to fight. It's the time for you to have humbleness. It's spot on. My mom has moon in Taurus, and I didn't even realize why she was acting all extra moody lately. Well, and then look at the degree, because see another way, because we want to make sure and be accurate, right? We want accuracy. So the tools that astrology have and give us so much information, it gives us accuracy. And when I say accuracy, I mean far as when you start feeling stuff, right? I'm not saying about some debunker say astrology is like, is not accurate or whatever. I'm saying as far as accuracy and the timing. So look and see where her moon is at, and look and see where the moon is at. Now the moon also can give an orb about 5 degrees or 7 degrees, which that could be in the morning and then it hit in the afternoon and then it goes away the same evening. So you got to understand that the moon moves so fast, even if it's at a 7-degree orb, meaning that you'll feel it before it actually hit or after it hits. But when it's gone, it's gone. When it's so far away from your degree and it's gone, 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 that's when you have to understand that that's how you got to count it. Okay. Um, Thank you so much for this. Has been very. Oh, thank you, Christy. I love talking about astrology. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. I got people who gonna hold me down no matter how much I come on here, a little bit or a lot, and we're gonna have people who don't. It's just that black or white. I don't know what's going on with this piece here right here. Okay, now then, all right. So those are the main signs: the sun, the moon, and Mars. That's what you're gonna hit. Pluto, you're gonna find it's just gonna be this push pull. So like, okay, so if you have a Pluto in Taurus, the sun is going to oppose your Pluto. And what that is now is according to your personality type, I really say. If you're an easy going person, it's not really gonna affect you. You're just gonna let it happen, whatever how way it's gonna happen. But if you're a strong-willed person and the sun is opposing your Pluto, you got to understand it like this. If you have a Pluto and Taurus, you got to understand that that is power and control psychologically. I wouldn't even get in that, man. I'll just wait. Like, I'll just like wait. I wouldn't even try to fight it because it's going to be so difficult to attempt to fight it. I need to turn this TV off because everything ton of TV come on. I look that way. That's why I'm looking at you. It's a distraction. I know I said 10 minutes, but I gave it another 10, and now I'm getting another couple. So I hope you understood about, like, we wanted to talk about one more thing before you went to bed. We gotta talk about oppositions so that you could turn your oppositions into an opportunity. Okay. So you could do this with Libra sun and Sag sun. So if you're a Libra, you could do everything like that because you just left it right before Scorpio. And then if you're a Sag, you can do it to prepare once Scorpio leaves, the sun leaves Scorpio and go into Sag. I was thinking what date. It's like probably the 11/22, 11/21 Sag. Okay. It was just really, really so cool because when the sun is in Sagittarius, if y'all really understand Sagittarius energy, that's when everything gets bigger and it expands. And it's like Thanksgiving time. If you think, got this big turkey, we got this big spread of food, we got this big family gathering, that'll help you understand it. And it's so perfect that it is around Thanksgiving. Anyway, with all that being said, thank y'all for coming on. And I know that my true subscribers is gonna always come on when Shonda come on. Thank y'all. And I know some people not, but I appreciate y'all. Nobody had Pluto and Taurus right now. Veronique, I knew it. I knew that there was going to be some kind of person that says that. And I had an answer for that. And the reason why, because it's generational. Okay, yeah, we get that. But I have an answer for that. This year, one time this year, the sun is going to conjunct your Pluto. I mean, the sun is going to oppose your Pluto. So if my Pluto is in Virgo, when the sun is what? In Pisces, is that an opposition with the sun oppose my Pluto? Let's think about that. Like February, March. The sun is going to oppose my Pluto in the transit. See. Why people always try to get me, man, and stomp me like I don't know what I'm talking about? Why? Because I got big hair and stuff, and I got the Shonda on my chest to remind myself what my name is. So people don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Anyway, I will talk to you guys another day. Thank you. Oh, wait, I had a question. Why is North Node 12th house the best placement? If you think it is, it is. I never tell anybody what's the best or not the best. If I do, is an example why I'm saying that. You know what, Veronique, please, I ain't try it. Miley Cyrus falls in that cusp of her birthday. She's fire. That's slow Pluto. You gotta be patient when it comes to the slow planet, and it will manifest. It looks like you've been studying a lot, Halle, giving us all this good information. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it. I'm trying to end it. It's not ending. It's not ending. It's not ending. Make up my own song. It's not ending. It's not ending.